Hello everybody, this is BScat100 and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Now it has been quite a while since any of this actually came out. I was looking at the save files, and the last time that I saved, which means the last time that I recorded, was the 26th of February. I have not touched this game for a while. And, hey, future me, can you put in some, some undertone music while I'm doing this explanation, just so that we're not sitting in silence? That'll work. Thank you. So, we haven't been through this in a while, and that's... well, I mean, one of the reasons is because of the fact that for some reason Adobe is, it doesn't do well with DS footage for some reason or another, or at least the way that I do things. We don't know what the issue is. I sent it to Chris, he tried stuff with it, we don't know. So, I'm just going to, just push on through. Hopefully, I'll have better luck. But I gotta get this stuff done. But, I mean, the other reason was because of the quarantine. You know, I started having a lot more time, yada yada yada, so I figured I would use my time elsewhere. But I am going to at least attempt to record an episode or two today. I am completely out of practice with all of this stuff. I know I did some voice acting when I was doing the Persona stuff, but I was still half-assing it most of the time. So I haven't done a serious voice acting stuff, session in a while. So just forgive me if I seem a little bit rusty. I'll try to get back into it. Also, Chris and I were talking about this kind of off-screen. Obviously, we talk about stuff. What a surprise. I am going to try to push myself to get through this case. We agree that we both agree that this is probably the worst case in in the game. But I'm going to try to make it as fun as possible. So just bear with me. Hopefully, you guys are back with me. And without further ado, and drinking this coffee is probably not going to help my voice, but whatever. Let us head back into the investigation of the monstrous turnabout. Okay. So, also, every character's voice is probably going to get recycled at this point. Just because I don't remember what I gave most of them, so just, once again, bear with me. April 17th, QB Manor Foyer. There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. LaBelle. Maybe he's up for a walk or something. Huh? Somebody left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window. Oh, it's TV program guide. Looks like someone circled a pro wrestling match. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, Mr. Filch, what can we do for you? But she was going to scream monster, which really isn't much of a stretch. Ain't nothing I need you to do for me, but what business do you got with my TV listings? Oh, it just caught my eye. Can I ask you if you watched this pro wrestling program today? Yep. It was a match between a couple of ranked amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done better than that. I seriously doubt that. Alright, we got TV listings. I almost forgot, there's something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Filch, did you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Temataro or something like that? Temataro? So you did see him? How clean your shiny forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. But you shined up every day we're pretty like. Ladies must love it. Don't change the subject, and FYI, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. Dixie said she saw Temataro flee towards the foyer. So you must have seen him too if you were here. Yipes! Wow, I really pushed a button there. Well, did you see anything or not? Hold it. That is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore. Yipes! Forgive me for being pestered, sir. And you are? I am Florent LaBelle. Beau Divine and personal aide to Mayor Damien Tenma. Beau Divine, more like yokai grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters. Oh, excuse you. What the heck was that for? It was just a little cologne. You had a look of a sticky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics, just called, Je Suis LaBelle. Ah, what a heavenly scent. I think you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors. I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate. I'll have you know that is bread number 5. Bonjour. It's my way of introducing myself. Enjoy. Here's my bottle of adieu so I can return the favor. Enough about the cologne. Please, tell us what you saw around the time of the murder. Oh, before we do that, however, I just want to take a look and see what we have in our court record. It has been a while, and even though we're not in a... Excuse me, even though we're not in a trial just yet, it'd be nice to give myself a refresher. Attorney's badge, yokai legend scroll. Okay. The warding charm, the Nine-Tails flower, the special edition paper with Tematara flying, the crime scene diagram and the foyer diagram, the demon and fox statue has blood on it, crime scene photo. Let me take a look at that again. Okay. Feathers, tracks, everything is locked. The Nine-Tails mask. Okay. Jinxie's statement. After leaving the scene and calling the police, they passed each other at a bend in the hall. Carried a staff-like implement that jingled. Okay. And the TV listings at 3 p.m. Okay, got it. I heard you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention she saw Temataro. Why, that little... So she told you she saw the demon, did she? Mr. LaBelle, do you mind if I ask whether you believe in the village superstitions? Oh, please. I was merely trying to keep with the traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Temataro business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He is one scary monster. That's crazy. You really expect me to believe that monsters are real? Well, you're real, and you sure look like a monster. Look who's talking. So, Mr. LaBelle, you didn't see Temataro? That little Jinxie has an active imagination. Isn't that right, Phineas? That's right. I didn't see nothing, especially not Temataro. As for me, I only see things of beauty. That's why I can barely see you. I've got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. Could I ask what you were doing at the time of the crime? In other words, you'd like to hear my alibi. To think you suspect me of all people? Oh no, it's just formality. We asked everyone the same question. How dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously can't see straight. Like that spritz really helped. What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchy, answer the question. At the time of the crime, we were, here in this foyer. Exactly. Good answer, Filchy, good answer. Just repeating what you told. You said quite enough. What's with these two? Great, now he's... what is with these two? Great, now he's got me talking like that. We're quite through here. I'm a very busy man, you know. Right, well, thanks for your help. So these two were in the foyer, but didn't see Tamataro. Come along, Filchi. Where are we going? Oh, right. Gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yike! My eyes! You're going to dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday. What does he mean, practice statements? No, but you would excuse me, it's something to touch on my makeup. Try not to get too nasally with Apollo's voice, please. Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. LaBelle seems unusually preoccupied with Tamataro. Really? How can you tell? Well, it's just kind of hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotions from the tone of their voice. You mean you have good ears? Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of voice, and my ears can pick up on even the subtlest of tones for some reason. That's an interesting skill, but what do you mean he's preoccupied with Tamataro? I'm not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Tamataro. That's what I picked up from his voice, anyway. Everywhere we turn, it's Tamataro this, Tamataro that. Huh. We should go talk to the mayor, too. Sounds like a plan. We need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release Tamataro. April 17th, Detention Center. Visitor's room. Something wrong, Apollo? Where'd your enthusiasm go? What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Tamataro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst. Ugh. Oh, he's here. It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Sykes. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Taro. Huh? Oh, yes. I look forward to working with you, too. Glad I didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name again. Apollo, he's just as kind as gentle-looking as I imagined. Good for you after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going on about how you wanted to or did set Tamataro free. What utter nonsense! They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you. A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he? What he really needs to work on are his people skills. So rumor has it that you wanted to push the merger through in order to release Tamataro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney, isn't it? Sorry if I offended you. So, that's the talk around town, is it? I can see how that would make you angry. What if Jinxie's schoolmates started teasing her about this? Huh? I must break out of here at once. Her tormentors must be taught a lesson. No, wait. First we have to get you a non-guilty verdict. Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter. Hold tight, sweet Jinxie. Daddy's coming to save you. Relax. We'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free. Is that so? You don't need me to go straighten things out myself. Oh boy, we'd probably call in the SWAT team if we showed up at her school. Oh right, I would ask about the reason behind the merger. It seems like you were rather forceful in pushing for the municipal merger. Did you really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism. Oh! Wait, am I feeling what I think I'm feeling? Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deemed it necessary. I knew it, my bracelet's reacting. What is it, Apollo? Someone may not be telling the whole truth. Really? How can you tell? People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense. because it begins to feel tight on my arm. No way! You can do that? Wait, so you believe me? Just like that? Sure, each of us has our own special gifts. Oh yeah, Athena has a gift too, her special sense of hearing. Sam, what do you think the mayor's lying to us about? I don't know. It's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. First I taste my bracelet. Right. Now let's give it a whirl. Alright, here we go. Yes, I remember this feeling of intense concentration. The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. Now, Baytaman was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear just under his right eye. I just have to shift my viewpoint up to focus on that area. Sorry, I forgot how much doing these voices completely dry out my mouth. Alright, I've got him now. His tick should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I've got to pour over every word he says and wait for his tick to appear. And when it does, I'll perceive it. It's quite an attractive prize. Probably about the tourism. Yep.
Gotcha.
Mr. Mayor, please, you can trust us with the truth. The truth? I don't understand. When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching. What nonsense is this? So what if it did? Please, tell us more about your merger bid. What more is there to tell? Why were you really seeking to merge with Ninetales Vale? I already told you, tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village, making it quite the prize. You really don't trust us, do you? What are you talking about? The village has been hot property ever since the monster craze had started, has it not? I think you've yet to realize what you're saying contradicts the facts. You say that the monster craze really revitalized Ninetales Vale, so you felt it would be an attractive prize for its tourism, but that would contradict this. Oh, yeah. Take that! The monster craze into the Ninetales Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then. So you see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive prize for its tourism. What's the real reason behind your push to merge Summit Town with Ninetales Vale, huh? Well, Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie. Protect her from what? I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie dies. What? How awful! Who would do such a thing? I don't know, but whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder. Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be the one and the same? Alderman QB was immensely popular, so you have to ask who would want him dead. The blackmailer who wanted the merger at all costs had all the motive in the world. But why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protest won't disappear just because the alderman was killed. Could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder? Like what? Like the blackmailer discovered Alderman QB's secret identity. And his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme. What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo? I have evidence revealing the Alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it. Mayor Tenma, please take a look at this if you would. That's the amazing Ninetales' mask. What is the meaning of this? The mask was almost definitely at the crime scene, and there was some white hair inside. White hair, you say? There's but one person with white hair in the manor that day. What do you say? You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex QB, the amazing Ninetales himself. No way! The Alderman was impossible. Wait, come to think of it, Alderman QB was a former pro wrestler. So the blackmailer just turned killer when he discovered the Alderman's secret identity. Didn't I just say that? But yeah, the amazing Ninetales was a threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger and as a result single-handedly sparked the monster craze. Even so, what was the mask doing at the crime scene? There had been an event at the manor, and maybe Alderman QB had taken part in it, if you get my drift. This is absurd. Mr. Mayor, do you approve of the threat that was made against you? Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it disappeared after the murder. I've been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it's suddenly vanished. Blackmail must have taken it with them after they killed the Alderman. Well, at least we clearly established the killer's motive. Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over. It would appear this meeting is adjourned. Apollo, do you really think the Tenma Taro that Jinxie saw is the killer? I don't know. All I know is that there's no such thing as monsters. What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tenma Taro to do their dirty work? Oh, come on! There wasn't any Tenma Taro to be released in the first place. Yes, but the only suspects the police have right now are the mayor and a yokai. We'll probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow. I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face. Apollo, are you alright? I'm fine. I'll think of something. I'd better, because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow's going to be one doozy of a trial. To be continued. You know what? For a first episode back, I think that's a good place to end things off. We know that the trials are going to be long, so might as well start off on the trial day. So I'm back, for better or for worse. I'm back. In the next episode, we start the trial for Mayor Tenma. And we get to see our opponent. Thank you for watching, and see you guys later.